Welcome to A Magical Life, Health, Wealth and Weight Loss. I'm your host, Magic Barclay, lead practitioner at Wholistic Natural Health Australia and #1 best-selling author. In this podcast, I aim to give you practical tips on how to accelerate and sustain your health, increase your financial, spiritual and emotional wealth, and to look at something that haunts many of us needlessly, weight loss. In some episodes, I'll have guests available to give you even more tips, but in others, the floor is yours. Drop us a line at A Magical Life Podcast on Facebook and let me know what you would like to know more about. Now, sit back and enjoy, because it is time for you to create and truly discover a magical life. Welcome back to A Magical Life. I'm your host, Magic Barclay. Today we're talking about stress relief. Now, if you'd heard episodes 35 and 36, you would have heard the fabulous Dr. Perry Nicholson talking all things lymphatic mojo. And something lymphatic mojo involves is the theory of the Entaglement Ecosystem Hierarchy. Now, getting straight into the science here before I give you some great tips on how to deal with stress. Now, the Entaglement Ecosystem Hierarchy is the 9 points of the body, or the 9 places that we need to look at as lymphatic mojo practitioners before we get to a localized pain site. So, for example, people might be coming to me for knee pain. I'm not going to treat the knee straight away. I'm actually going to look at the Entaglement Ecosystem Hierarchy, and number 9 on the list is the localized site being the knee for pain. But I'm going to look at what's causing that. So the practitioners at Wholistic Natural Health Australia, we look at root cause, not the symptom. The symptom is the knee pain. So what does stress have to do with your knee pain? Well, if we look at the Entaglement Ecosystem Hierarchy, the first thing in that hierarchy is brain stress, be it physical or emotional. So when a stress happens in your life, be it perceived, actual, physical, no matter what kind of stress, it causes brain stress. Now, what that causes is brain inflammation. So you can get things like hypoxia, which is a lack of oxygen through the body. Teeth grinding might be an example. You grind your teeth, so you'll have TMJ issues. So your whole jaw will be out, which means that you're not chewing properly because of stress, which means you're not activating your vagus nerve properly, and you're also not getting nutrients from your food, not digesting. So brain stress can have a number of pathways that it goes. But number 1 in the Entaglement Ecosystem Hierarchy is stress. If you don't relieve that stress, the lymphatic system has to pick up the pace, and it has to take the toxins out of your body. So it's your toxin information highway, the lymphatic system. And when we have stress, our body creates internal toxins. It also, depending on what the stress is, creates thoughts. Now, your thoughts can be toxic. So the lymphatic system has to pick up the pace there. From there, it goes to the gut. Now, the gut has its own lymphatic factor, and a lot of your lymph nodes are around your gut. But your gut is where you're going to digest things. Your gut is the first point of attack where pathogens will attack. So if you have parasites or bacteria or fungus, it's going to want to attack your gut. And we can talk about that in another episode. From the gut, it goes to your vascular system. So your vascular system, if you imagine a set of earbuds, you know, the ones with the wires, they're phasing them out now, but you know that when you've got those wired earbuds and one wire doesn't work, you can still use the earbuds, but you hear mono, not stereo. Well, the vascular system, or the circulatory system in general, and the lymphatic system are like those 2 wires from your earbuds, and they travel very, very closely together and they impact each other a lot. So, of course, higher up the chain in your Entaglement Ecosystem Hierarchy, if the lymphatics isn't happy, then you're going to have some vascular issues. So this is where we'll see things like spider veins, varicose veins, deep vein thrombosis. You might get cramping in muscles. That's all vascular issues, and it's often termed as vascular insufficiency or venous insufficiency, and that's because your lymph isn't working, and that's not working because you've encountered stress. Now, from the vascular system, your neural system happens. It picks up some of the information of the stress here. So your nerves carry responses, but your nerves can be impinged by your circulatory or your vascular system not working properly, or having a blockage. It can be impinged by a lymphatic blockage, so you'll get all of a sudden nerve pain. Now we're getting closer to that sore knee. It might just be a sore knee every now and then, but it's a shooting heavy pain like someone's hit you with an axe. That's nerve pain. Now from the nerves, the organs come in, and they're dealing with your stress next. And your big dog on the block here is your liver. So everything you take in and out of your body goes through your liver. Now, at any point in time, 10% of all of your blood is in your liver because it has to process every chemical, every bit of information, every toxin. And now remember, if you're in pain, you're creating toxins. If you're under stress, you're creating toxins. If you're having bad thoughts about yourself, you're creating toxins. Your liver has to jump in here. Now, that's also joined by your kidneys, by your spleen, by your gallbladder. And there's a lot of organs there that have really important jobs but are directly affected by stress. So from there, your endocrine system or your hormonal system has to pick up some of the slack. You've been exposed to a stress, physical, emotional, perceived, actual, however you want to term the stress that happened to you, your endocrine system has to respond. Now, in episode 43, I'm going to be talking to you about cortisol. And cortisol, of course, is your stress hormone. So what I'll actually be discussing with you then is the chemical signature of stress. But for now, we're looking at the endocrine system. Cortisol is a hormone, but you have plenty of other hormones in your endocrine system, and they all react to number one in the entanglement ecosystem hierarchy, being stress. Now, from there, we'll get muscle pain or joint pain. We're getting closer to what's actually happening with the sore knee. The muscles are a thick layer of matter. Now, if you look at making a sandwich, for example, you have the bread, okay? That's your skeletal system. Then you might put maybe some butter on it or spread some avocado or whatever your thing is. So there you've got the circulatory system. From there you might put some salad things on. There's your neural system. And from there you'll put some dressing. Well, that's your lymphatic system because the dressing makes the sandwich amazing. And your lymphatic system makes your body amazing. Now, this whole sandwich, if you look at stress being a fist, right, you clench your hand into a fist, you've got this gorgeous looking sandwich, you know it's going to taste absolutely amazing, right? You've got your muscles, you've got your nerves, you've got your circulatory system, your vascular, you've got your lymphatic system in there. This beautiful sandwich sitting on a plate, the light's picking it up, the colours of the veggies that you've got, your salad in there are just glistening in the light. Looks amazing. Your mouth is absolutely watering for this sandwich. But you've got your hand in a fist and all of a sudden you smash your hand down into your sandwich and it just disintegrates and flies all over the room. And it looks a really big mess. You can no longer salivate about that yummy sandwich. You can no longer really enjoy the flavours and sensations, the aromas that are coming from this amazing sandwich because you've just smashed it with your hand. Your hand smashing the sandwich is stress. So we've looked at the muscles. They're number 8. Now we're at number 9. And guess what? You're at your local site. You're at your knee pain. So your knee pain is the result of the hand smashing the sandwich. but it's not the cause. It's the result. The knee pain did not cause you to clench your fist and smash the sandwich. The knee pain itself did not make you decide to put avocado or butter on there, or what type of lettuce you were going to use. The knee pain was the result, which was the sandwich is smashed, it's all over the room. So if we look at the entanglement ecosystem hierarchy, all of these big players in this chain, before you get the knee pain, all track back to stress, brain stress. Brain stress causes inflammation. Inflammation causes things to go wrong. It's one of the most toxic things in our body. So that's how stress affects your life. Now, if we look at how to relieve stress, there's a number of things that we can do. And one of the first things is addressing where the stress has come from. Is it a thought that you've created for yourself? Is it something you've taken on from someone else? Is it something to do with your job? Is it financial stress? Is it stress about your health that you just can't seem to get past a certain weight plateau? Or maybe you're having some issues with your health and that's creating stress. Is it family stress? Is it stress from what's going on in the world around you at the moment? Is it political stress? Is it stress from any number of factors in your life? Or is it internal chemical stress? So how you relieve it will depend on how it's coming to you. Now, one thing you can do, we've spoken in episode 39 to the gorgeous Andrea Pierce about the Triple S project, and she has these journals. You could journal about your stress and how you're going to relieve it. You could do some gratefulness work. I'm doing that at the moment. I was incredibly stressed, so I bought myself this gorgeous journal with a wooden cover, and I write down every evening what I'm grateful for the day. Now, it could be as simple as your phone bill comes. And it's stressful because you don't want to pay a bill. So you might automatically have a reaction to the bill coming. But when you're gratitude journaling, what you're going to do is you're going to write down, I am grateful today because for a small fee, I can pay someone and I have communication with the world. It's a different way of looking at, the bill came and I had to pay it. So there are different things you can do. Journaling is one. Participating in a hobby is another. I used to love doing tapestries. You can do tapestries. You could go for long walks. You could do baking. I know some people that find that incredibly relaxing, baking for their families. You could go outside, take your shoes off, do some grounding. That's going to activate your vagus nerve as well, but it's going to help you de-stress, connecting back with the earth, looking back at environmental connection. Now, to learn more about that, go to episode 37, where I talk about environmental connection. There's a number of things you can do to relieve your stress. You can look at the things that you stand for. So your personal manifesto, which I talked about in episode 18, you can go through and look at that and write down things that make you you, things that you believe, things that you follow, things that govern your life. And you can pop in there some ways to deal with stress, things that speak to you, things that you know that you can do repeatedly without creating more stress. So there's a number of things you can do for stress relief. Now, I find for myself that just sitting with my cat and patting him relieves my stress greatly. And in fact, there are studies out there that show that when an animal is around you, that you actually lower your blood pressure when you're patting them. There are other studies that show that the purring of cats in particular has such a binaural beat, a binaural rhythm of the purr, that it actually decreases your physical, emotional, and mental stress. So if you like cats, great. Go sit with your cat, pat them, let them purr, and you will de-stress. Not to mention it's great for them. There's a number of things you can do to relieve stress. Now, when I put this to our Facebook page a while ago, I asked people, what do you do to relieve your stress? Now, some people it was journaling, some people it was going out for a drive or a walk or just spending time with their family. And that's great. But you have to look at how you're responding to the things that you're doing to relieve your stress. Right, so an example is some people say, to relieve stress, I go shopping. Well, that's great. But that can actually create more stress because you might see the credit card bill after the shopping spree and you get stressed. So going shopping was not a great stress reliever. Maybe, like me, you might have body dysmorphic disorder. So I don't try things on when I go shopping for clothes. I don't use shopping for clothes as a stress relief because I know when I get home, trying these clothes on, more than half of them won't fit me because I didn't try them on. And so I become stressed. Now I have to return the clothes and it's becoming a thing. And so what I'm saying is the ways that you relieve your stress, you need to make sure they're not creating more stress for you. Now, some people love cooking. Great. Really great using fresh produce, cooking up a storm to relieve your stress. But what happens when you've done the cooking? The dishes are all there. Now, that's great if you've got someone else coming to do the dishes because there's no further stress. But what you have to do is look at the ways that you relieve your stress, make sure they don't create more. Because as we know, that random knee pain that you had wasn't your knee at all. Comes back to stress. Stress does amazing things on the body. And in fact, stress saved our lives at one point. So we have a part of our body called the sympathetic nervous system, also known as the center for fight, flight, or freeze. Now, in days of old, the main stress that we had was something would be chasing us, trying to eat us. That was a stress. You would either turn and fight the thing creating the stress, or you would run from the thing creating the stress, or you would just stand there, close your eyes, and hope the thing doesn't see you. So that's your fight, your flight, and your freeze. All innate responses to stress. What we do know now, we're much more developed beings, is that we can do small things to relieve our stress. Maybe it's origami. Maybe you find that relaxing, folding bits of paper into amazing creatures and productions. Then do that. Maybe it's tapestry, as mine was. Maybe it's gardening. Maybe it's just lying out in the sun. Maybe it's cooking. Maybe it's going to the beach. It might be sleeping. Some people just love to have a nap to relieve their stress. They have, 20 to 30 minute power nap. They wake up, stress is gone, they're okay. They just needed to reset their internal buttons. Whatever it is for you, stress relief is probably one of the biggest tools in your health toolbox. So some homework I want to send you away with today is I'd like you to think of 5 ways that you can relieve your stress. Now, here's the rules. Yes, there's some rules in this homework. Number 1 rule, the stress reliever cannot cause stress. So that's number 1. Number 2, do not impose on yourself rules that you know you can't keep. Okay, so if it is, I'm going to relieve my stress by going for a walk every single day, change that to, I'm going to relieve my stress. I'm going to go for a walk when I can, when the weather allows me, when my time schedule allows me, when I know that there's nothing else going to be on my mind, no pressing thing I have to do, that I will be fully immersed in this walk. Because if you say, I'm going to go for a walk every day, and then all of a sudden something happens, I don't know, there's a weather occurrence or something and you can't go out, you're going to get stressed because you couldn't go for the walk to relieve your stress. So they're the rules. Pretty simple. Pop over to our Facebook page, A Magical Life, Health, Wealth and Weight Loss, and comment. What do you do to relieve your stress? We would love to hear from you. We'll address this again in the future. And maybe we'll even get Dr. Perry back to talk to us about how he sees the Entanglement Ecosystem Hierarchy and how the body reacts to it. Now, coming up, wow, it's 2021 now. Coming up this year, we have some more amazing guests. We have Dr. Stuart Gillespie from Functional Health Solutions, hopefully joining us very soon. He's a very busy man and hard to pin down. But we have some amazing guests coming up. We will be talking about all things health, wealth and weight loss for 2021. And of course, you can go through all of our previous episodes and learn about how to feel safe, how to deal with difficult emotions, about sexual energy, or you can learn about essential oils, about change, about mindset. You can learn how to supercharge your happiness. You can learn about eating disorders and how to handle what happens. You can learn about energy. There's so much that we've already covered that we've really enjoyed bringing you. And there is so much more to come. So today we've talked a little bit about stress relief. We've only just tapped the surface of stress relief. In episode 41, I have Amanda and Liam McFadden from Clan coming to talk to us about carers and all things that Clan do for carers and for families. In episode 42, we have Mercedes Taff Cooper talking about connect, relate and communicate. That is a fantastic episode and we look forward to bringing it to you. And of course in episode 43, I'll be back talking to you about cortisol. So today was about stress relief. In episode 43, I will be going through the science behind cortisol, your stress hormone. For now, welcome to 2021, people. And I would love to help you go forth and create your magical life. Thanks for listening today. Please subscribe to hear future episodes, leave a review, and share this podcast. You can follow us on Facebook at A Magical Life Podcast or at Wholistic Natural Health Australia. That's holistic with a W. You can find us on Instagram at Wholistic Natural Health or at www.wholisticnaturalhealth.com.au. That's where you'll access all sorts of articles, freebies, and more.